Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new Marvel Legends Beta Ray Bill from the Hulk Build-A-Figure wave of, well, Marvel Legends. And this is one which, it seems some people actually don't care about, but I thought everybody would be excited for a new Beta Ray Bill. Maybe it's just that the first one still holds up particularly well. It's a really solid release. But I've always been a big fan of Beta Ray Bill as a character design. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like that he's just Horse Thor, but it's still kind of cool and a unique design, and the figure looks pretty good, and I was excited for it. So I'm hoping you guys are too, because it turned out pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about a little under 7 inches tall, which makes him just about, let's say 17.5 centimeters. That's not counting these guys up here. And as far as this guy goes, he's a horse version of Thor. That's not actually true, but that is what he is practically speaking. He's Thor with a horse head and missing a finger. Very strange character design. I've always kind of liked it. I don't know why. They could have easily made this guy look really goofy. I mean, we ended up getting a Toxin that looked kind of like a donkey, and now we have a horsey donkey looking guy that actually looks really cool. So they, like I said, plenty of opportunity to screw it up. They didn't. The head sculpt is lovely. I really like it. I think they did a very good job keeping him faithful and also cool looking. It's easy to take 2D images and make them look goofy when you turn them into 3D, especially when their character designs are like this, and they did a really good job. We do have a lot of new parts here, so that's cool. We have this kind of built-in paneling in the outfit which matches the artwork, so that's really cool. I like that. I love the coloring they did for the skin tone. There's a nice wash on there. It's very nicely done. Obviously we have the 3-finger hands. They did that well. We have these little wrist things. That's good. The cape is very nicely textured. I really like that. It actually does have texture throughout, particularly on the inside, but on the outside as well. Though I'm starting to wonder if that's not just from the manufacturing process. But either way, it's a nice sculpt. I like it. It pegs it on the back and on the front. That makes it sit in place properly. Kind of wondering if they should start giving the capes a little bit of a flare rather than curling in every time. But it still looks nice either way. We have this kind of metal texturing going on here. Looks like kind of forged metal, so I like that. That's cool. The rest of the body's pretty plain. But all in all, we have new hips, new crotch, new abdomen, new upper torso. I want to say obviously new hands. I think. Have we had 3 fingers before? I don't think so. These are old, and then the cape is all new. Shoulder pads are probably new. Lots of new stuff on this guy. Very nicely done. Overall, pretty solid proportions as well. Kind of fat ankles and big feet, but ultimately the aesthetic on this guy is really solid. It's pretty much exactly what it should be for this guy, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Very nicely done. I like it. Alright, as far as accessories go, we do have just his hammer axe combo, which is relatively minimally done. They painted the handle part, the strap, but that's it, so could be better. 5 out of 10, not impressive, just good enough. Alright, we're going to take the cape off for the review so that it's not in the way of anything. So we're going to pop that off there and there. Shoulder pads stay on, by the way, the cape goes around there. That's going to be problematic, you'll see. But time for the articulation. The head is on a ball peg on the hinge, so you can lean it back a little bit, and it's very lollipoppy. That is not very good. When it's down, you can't tell as much unless you look from the back because it's well hidden. But why do they keep doing that? Holy crap, it's amazing to me that they keep doing that. Look at the gap between the head and the neck. Stop it. Don't do it. Bad. Bad Hasbro. Stop. No. Somebody get a squirt bottle. This is not acceptable. The head does rotate, of course. Does it lean? Yeah, a little bit. It's okay. Maybe we could do it so you can see it. That's okay. Now, as far as the opening mouth goes, well, get ready to throw up because it opens to the joint. Like, would it have been that hard to put another piece in there so that when it opened the mouth, it had at least a solid flat thing back there? It wouldn't have been that hard to just make a slot in the top part and then have another piece of plastic come up that slides in when you close it, and when you bring it down, it covers that gap. But holy crap. How? Why are you going to open the jaw on a figure if when you open it, you just see the neck joint? That has to be one of the dumbest things they've ever done. That is asinine. How is that something that somebody thought was okay? And I don't think you can even tell how bad it is because of the lighting. It is completely open when you open the mouth. Look at that. So now you can imagine when you open the mouth, since the lighting is casting too many shadows, you just see right through into the joint. That is ridiculous. They did a decent enough job painting the teeth, but holy crap, is that stupid. Well, I guess nobody's going to be posing him like that. Keep his mouth closed. Shoulder pads don't move at all, so the shoulders are limited by them, even though they are soft. You obviously do have limitations. But the shoulders function nicely otherwise. These may be the same upper arms, maybe even lower arms, as the shirtless Thor. So that's okay. Bicep swivel is pretty good. Double jointed elbow is good. Wrist swivel and a hinge is okay. Loose gripping hand on this side, tight gripping hand on this side. Both of the joints are horizontal, so he's not going to be able to hold his axe hammer very well. Diaphragm joint up here is actually pretty crappy. It barely leans forward. Does it lean back a little bit side to side? A little bit. It's stiff. I mean, it's okay. It's not a very good one though, because it doesn't really replace an ab crunch. He doesn't lean far enough. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Waist twist is fine, obviously. You can rotate at the top a little bit. Hips go pretty far forward. I think these are the same lower legs as Hyperion, or I mean same legs as Hyperion from here down. That's what it looks like to me. So it'd be like the same as Tombstone and a bunch of other people. Going out to the side, they work really well. And then we have our thigh swivel, double jointed knee, and a shin swivel, which is hard to get back in place. There we go. And the feet go pretty far forward, pretty far back, and have a decent ankle rocker. Pretty loose, but all in all, not too bad. So articulation-wise, it works well. The articulated jaw is asinine, but otherwise he's fine. So he gets a 7 out of 10 for articulation. And no, yeah, because of this, 7 out of 10. I was going to go 8, but it's a pretty lousy torso. So it's not bad in that regard. The aesthetic's really solid other than when you open his mouth. And accessory-wise, it's reasonable, but not great. So it's by no means a bad figure. Is it a highly impressive figure? No, it's probably not going to knock anybody's socks off, so to speak, but it'll get the job done. So final verdict on this guy, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I think they did a good enough job with the sculpting, and then it is painted pretty well and colored up nicely, so I like it. 8 out of 10, but there are a few caveats for sure. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you did not enjoy this video, well, thanks for making it this far anyway. And you guys might want to subscribe, because I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel just waiting for you to watch them, and maybe to save you some money. So make sure you come back for all of that, and in the meantime, keep collecting.